Coming up next on Good Morning El Paso Children's Hospital and University Medical Center are working on moving forward together. But what new development is putting a strain on future plans?
The case continues for the former teacher accused of killing her husband. We'll give you an update on that case as well as what to expect as it continues.
Lone Star State has cut off Medicaid funding to Planned Parenthood and what this means for the organization's services to women. That's all coming up.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
A very good morning to you. Rise and shine, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Floren. Good morning, everyone. Right now it is 6 o'clock on the dot and time to talk about some severe weather possibly coming into our area.
Yes, we are under that storm track weather first alert issued yesterday for today. And Crystal is standing by with a look at our forecast. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, guys. Good morning. We are looking at definitely what could be a very busy forecast through this afternoon, tonight, and right on into Wednesday. Your first alert is in effect with the potential for more rain. I say more rain because we've already seen showers move on through our region last night. That was what we were expecting to happen, but that was just the start. Today's chances are much better and more widespread. On top of that, we're looking at the possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms. Remember, strong to severe thunderstorms means that we are looking at the possibility of flooding, lightning, heavy rain in areas, small to large hail possible, and also the possibility of strong to damaging winds in this region. Right now, we're not dealing with the heavier rain, although our model here and our radar rather is showing some scattered light showers that are starting to pick up in that northeast corner of El Paso County, edging on into Otero County. Most action is moving from the southwest to the northeast this morning. As for your temperatures, those are going to be affected in the next few days from this cooling trend of moisture moving through. We'll check in on the numbers coming up.
Okay, thank you, Crystal. Round-the-clock coverage from our New Mexico mobile newsroom. A mobile home in Chaparral burned to the ground last night. This happened around 10 o'clock. Fire crews on the scene and dispatchers will not comment on what caused the fire, but we will update you with any new information as we get it.
Meanwhile, the bankruptcy hearing between El Paso Children's Hospital and University Medical Center is moving forward, but another hurdle might put more strain on UMC because the Texas Attorney General is now objecting to the agreement. The AG is representing the Texas Department of Health and Human Services and Texas Tech. The state of Texas is investigating whether Children's improperly received Medicaid funding. Children's denies any wrongdoing, but if the state finds there was, it would be up to UMC to pay the money back. So it could be anywhere from $12 to $36 million plus fines. The spokesman for UMC says paying that amount and fines would of course pose a burden on the county hospital. Also, County Judge Veronica Escobar tells us the judge will ultimately decide which parts of the plan are implemented. She offered some more insight about the part of the plan that bans local businessman Andy Crafser from serving on the board.
The judge could say, you know, I don't like that you all named Andy Crafser in there, so I'm taking that out. Which actually, in our view, awesome. We objected to that. It was a sticking point that we weren't happy with, but instead of going through a costly multi-million-dollar litigation, we agreed to it just to ink the deal.
And the next hearing is Wednesday, October 28th in Austin.
Another question to consider this morning, is Jim Valenti considering staying on as CEO of University Medical Center? You may have already seen the ads. The campaign is called Viva Valenti. Valenti promised to step down from UMC when his contract expires in May. But now audio and newspaper ads along with an online campaign all calling for him to stay on. Steve DeGroat, a board member, told ABC7 he thought that local urologist Dr. Hani Anabi may be behind the campaign. But Dr. Anabi told ABC7, although he supports Valenti staying in El Paso, he is not the financial force behind the effort.
The defense is preparing to call witnesses this morning in the trial of the former Eastwood High School teacher accused of murder. 76-year-old Lisbeth Garrett is charged with the 1977 murder of her husband, Army Major Chester Garrett. Her son has already been convicted in Garrett's death. Yesterday, prosecutors called Lisbeth's youngest son, Patrick, to the stand. He told the court he was only 12 when his older brother, Roger, asked him to clean a, quote, red Kool-Aid stain off the garage floor with acid.
The 5 El Paso teenagers accused of robbing a string of stores now knows the charges against them in New Mexico. 15-year-olds Edwin Rodriguez and Evelyn Brown and 14-year-olds Antonio Brown, Isaiah Garcia, and Jaquil Webb went before a judge yesterday. So far, they're only facing charges for what happened in New Mexico. The Texas case is being tried separately. We're not showing their faces because they are not facing adult sanctions. They face probation up to 2 years confinement in the juvenile detention center in New Mexico. There's also a possibility they could have their case reviewed every year until they turn 21.
A deadly car wreck near Barreno leaves 2 people dead, including a 4-year-old girl. It happened yesterday morning off Highway 28 near Afton Road. New Mexico State Police say the 2 were not wearing a seatbelt when 38-year-old Cruz de Seda ran through a stop sign at an intersection. Her car was T-boned by another vehicle and ended up in a ditch. She died on the scene, and her passenger, 4-year-old Allison de Seda, was taken to the hospital where she later died. The driver of the other vehicle was treated for minor injuries. Both the woman and her daughter were not wearing their seatbelts.
A Las Cruces man is now behind bars after he allegedly led police on 2 high-speed chases. Officers were called out to the home of 41-year-old Abel Villalmas after he allegedly punched his girlfriend. Police say he took off in the girlfriend's car before they arrived, and they say when they spotted the car, Villalmas sped off. Officers eventually stopped the pursuit, but a few hours later they spotted him driving by the home and another chase began. This time, though, the car broke down and Villalmas was arrested. He is charged with battery and aggravated fleeing. Developing now, a major blow to Planned Parenthood here in Texas. The state has cut off all Medicaid funding. Good morning, El Paso's Denise Olivas is live now with the details. Denise.
Good morning, Stephanie. The Planned Parenthood organization is calling this outrageous and national scandal. Texas issued a letter citing a series of controversial undercover videos that have surfaced recently that reportedly show officials from Planned Parenthood discussing fetal tissue sales. Planned Parenthood says that the videos are heavily edited and misleading. Republicans have called for Planned Parenthood to be defunded at the federal level, and meanwhile, Democrats have maintained that federal dollars are already prohibited from going to abortions and that Planned Parenthood provides important health care for women. The severed services means that there are no longer Medicaid contracts for providing birth control, cancer screenings, HIV tests, and preventative care. This could lead to potential legal battles like the ones unfolding in Louisiana. The governor there is blocked funding after those same videos surfaced. Then Planned Parenthood sued, and now a federal judge just ordered yesterday that Medicaid is supposed to continue funding Planned Parenthood for the next 14 days. Hillary, back to you.
Thanks so much, Denise, for that live report. The city of El Paso isn't handling all the big improvement projects the way it should, and that's what a council was told at a special meeting. A new evaluation found the Capital Improvement District does not have enough staff, saying more people are needed to work on the $473 million quality of life bond projects and the $210 million plan to fix city streets. The evaluation recommends better communication between all departments and the architects and engineers who handle city contracts.
The FBI is investigating claims a hacker breached the personal emails of the country's top spy. Andy Rose has more.
CIA Director John Brennan and Secretary of Homeland Security Jay Johnson are just 2 of the high-profile government officials a hacker claims to have targeted.
It's very much, I think, a risk for these individuals to have their private accounts hacked into. Even if it's not classified information, they still may have personal things that they don't want out in the public ethosphere.
The hacker says he was motivated both by politics and by the desire to shame the government. In a statement to CNN, he said, quote, "It was really because the government are killing innocent people. They also fund Israel for killing innocent people." According to a law enforcement official, it does not appear that any classified information was accessed. While the breaches were to their personal accounts, the hacker claims to have accessed Brennan's 47-page application for his security clearance.
The takeaway from this is don't use your private emails. Don't use things that a hacker can get at like that. You need to be behind the government firewall.
Cybersecurity continues to be a high priority for the U.S. This comes just days after the arrest of a 20-year-old man accused of hacking the personal information of more than 1,300 U.S. military members. Authorities say he gave that information to ISIS.
IS has said that they will commit themselves to combating their infidel enemies wherever they are present. That also includes online.
I'm Andy Rose reporting.
A group calling itself CWA is taking credit for the hack. The group has been tweeting out information they claim to have gathered, including Brennan's application for security clearance. The breaches are under investigation.
It is now 6:10. Here's a live look at traffic. Again, we have construction going on. Looks like we have some emergency lights added to that this morning. Traffic is moving pretty nicely out there. We're going to keep an eye on things, and hopefully that construction will be wrapping up soon.
An officer causes an uproar after video surfaces of him punching a handcuffed suspect.
And stick around for that amazing video. Also, hear what police have to say about it this morning.
And meteorologist Crystal Clay has your detailed forecast. Crystal.
There's a bit of action on radar this morning, but it's looking a lot busier as we move into this evening. We'll talk about those rain chances coming up.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Crystal. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.